Here's your Leander Lions. Leander High School, Air Force Junior ROTC, Texas 20007 are presenting tonight's colors. Color Guard Commander and Flag Bearer of the American flag is Cadet Master Sergeant Jada Garcia. Cadet Master Sergeant Angela Garcia is the American Flag Guard. Flag Bearer of the Texas flag is Cadet Second Lieutenant Evelyn Smith. Cadet Master Sergeant Reagan Comandera is the Texas Flag Guard. Instructors are Major Terry Nidecker and Master Sergeant Ed Perez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise as we honor our country with the singing of the national anthem, performed by Leander High School's very own Car Panetta.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's ray glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to the Lion Nation podcast, brought to you by SHN Sports. Tonight's commentators are Chuck Crazy, Mark Sickles, and Gary Gutierrez. Game time! Game time!
Welcome to AC Bible Stadium in Leander, Texas for tonight's game between the Leander Lions and the Round Rock Dragons. I am Mark Sickles. I'll be your play-by-play commentator. Gary Gutierrez led color commentary. Rich Hensley is producing the show tonight, and Mickey Holden is working the camera. Tonight's game is being broadcast on SHN Sports. Follow our games this season at shnsports.com. Your team, your broadcast, and due to district policy, we cannot have the video portion showing before midnight, so if you want to tune in after midnight or early tomorrow, you can watch the video, but you'll listen to me and Gary tonight. So, Gary, Leander comes in with an overall record of 1-5, 0-4 in district play. Last week they lost to Vista Ridge in a high-scoring game, 59-41. The Round Rock Dragons, under Coach Jeff Cheatham, are 3-2 with a 2-1 district record. They beat McNeil 67-41. Beat Westwood 51-42 and then lost to Vandergrift 27-24. Tell us about the Round Rock Dragons.
Yeah, you know, they're really an explosive running team. You know, they do their fair share of passing, so you're going to see both attacking this defense today. Of course, you've just read some of the scores, so they're a pretty high-scoring offense. You know, it's going to take this offense of Leander to kind of slow the tempo down of this game with their ball control on offense. And, you know, they've been working towards that all season so far, and it's progressively getting better. However, the mistakes have kind of set them back a little bit. So, yeah, look for this to be a real good game. If Leander can fire on all cylinders, this could be a good shootout. Yeah,
and something we've talked about, this offense, you have to attack with this offense. Obviously, you have a couple options, the run up the middle, the quarterback to the outside or the pitch, along with some passing plays. But you can't be sluggish on offense. You got to attack, and it's a quick-hitting offense. You're not going to be making 40 or 50 yards every play, but you can hit those 40 or 50-yard plays if you run it correctly.
Yeah, and, you know, they haven't had a lot of passing, which a lot of people here in Central Texas aren't used to. You know, the ground attack is what they focus on. With, you know, taking advantage of defenses, you know, wearing them down as the game goes on, along with controlling the clock. And again, if that's executed, you know, on point, it can definitely slow down some of the opposing teams.
And tonight's captains for tonight for the Lions were number 11 David Cruz, number 17 Ismael Sanchez, and number 46 Michael Potter. For the Round Rock Dragons, we had number 7, Bolton Lefa, number 44, Sylvester Simple, number 45, Clayton Barnett. Well, tonight is 8th grade night, where a lot of the future Leander Lions were wearing Leander jerseys tonight. They ran out on the field before the team. So we have a good crowd tonight here. Nice temperature. I think the rain hopefully will be out of the forecast for tonight. But it's a great night for high school football here in Leander, Texas, and we're excited to bring this broadcast to you on SHN Sports. And why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be back for the kickoff.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout-out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions football.
And we're here for the kickoff. Eli Gaiman kicks it up. Nice pooch kick. Hits about the 25-yard line, and it is returned up to about the 31. On the return was number 14, Jordan Smart. So Round Rock will start off. Let's see, they'll mark it. It looks like they're going to mark it about the 35-yard line. If you're listening to the broadcast, Round Rock is going left to right. They're wearing the white tops, gray bottoms. Leander will be on your right side wearing blue tops and blue bottoms. And it is a handoff up the middle to number 36, Marquise Brown. He'll get about 6 yards on the carry.
That tackle by number 44, Evan Smith.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Dragons. And at quarterback is number 4, Ryan O'Keefe. Empty backfield right now. Twin receivers on the left and right. And stutter to throw the pass, and he takes off along the left side. Design quarterback run. Looks like he will have enough for the first down. They're going to move it up, and they will give him a first down. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, that was Ismael Sanchez came over and made that tackle.
So that'll give Round Rock on the far hash a first down on the 46-yard line. Twin receivers on the right. Leander, three-man defensive front, and a handoff right up the gut to number 36, and he bowls over a Lion, gets about 11 on the carry. Marquise Brown, another first down for the Dragons.
Yeah, and that was Egglesey on the tackle. He's the one that got bowled over, but he managed to hang on and hold his ground.
Yeah, talking about number 36, Marquise Brown, big back just by looking at him here, standing on the 50-yard line. Big, strong, fast runner. Another handoff up the middle. Jukes gets off to the right side, drags one or two players down to the Leander 31-yard line.
Yeah, and that was Dimitri Drayton on that tackle. Again, same situation. He's hitting them pretty hard, but they're managing to hold their ground. These guys are wrapping up pretty good because let me tell you what, this running back, Marquise Brown, he can do some damage on the ground.
Yeah, he's a load from what we've seen so far. It's an empty backfield. Ryan O'Keefe back about 3 steps, and it is a fake jet sweep, and he takes off around the right side. Good defensive play by Leander, holding him up. Evan Smith, along with number 32, Caven Spence, early on, but he'll get a couple on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6, but good job by Leander staying home on that carry by the quarterback, Ryan O'Keefe.
Yeah, Ryan O'Keefe in the last game, I think he had 125 yards rushing, so he's definitely a threat on the ground as well. So you have a double threat back there in the backfield.
So single player in the backfield, Marquise Brown, and it is a swing pass out to the left side to number 9. That is Colin Sullivan, and he is brought down close to the sticks for a first down. Let's see where they mark it. It's close. They may have him a little bit short, and it looks like they're going to mark it a little bit short of the first down. So Round Rock gets back up on the ball, 9:10 left in the first quarter. And it's a direct snap to number 36, and he goes off tackle, cuts back inside over to the 10, and gets tackled down at about the 9-yard line by number 7, Dimitri Drayton. But that's another first down for the Dragons. They get up to the line quickly. The quarterback is out. They have the Wildcat offense in right now with number 36, Marquise Brown, and number 34, Jacob Carson in the backfield.
That was Ismael Sanchez on that tackle. He's been primarily playing offense, so they've now put him on defense, probably to keep up with some of these receivers here.
So Round Rock is getting the signal from the sideline. They put the quarterback, Ryan O'Keefe, back in the backfield. Brown is offset to his right side. And it is a handoff. And around the right side, 10-5 touchdown. That was a jet sweep to number 3, Karch Hoffman, who goes in for a touchdown with 8:37 left in the first quarter. Round Rock strikes first. They are up 6-0. Quick drive for the Dragons.
Yeah, and you know the Leander team doesn't need to get too excited right now. They are down 1 score, but they've been here before. Right now they need to focus on their offense and get down here and be consistent and burn some of this clock off. This defense, it bends for a little while, but it usually doesn't break until the big plays come out. So we'll see what this defense can do and see how much improvement they've had this week in practice.
And for the extra point, the kick is up, and it is good. Left-handed kicker, number 58, Beck Kipperman, and it's through. With 8:37 left here in the first quarter, Round Rock leads 7-0. We'll be right back.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander. Featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more. And it's indoors, so it will happen rain or shine. Vendors, get your application and information packet along with a printable craft fair market flyer at leanderbaseball.com. So mark it down, Saturday, November 17th, 2018, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, the Leander High Craft Market. You don't want to miss it. The Leander High Craft Market is a production of the Leander High School Baseball Booster Club and is not a part of Leander High School nor Leander Independent School District.
Back here at Bible Stadium, Lions trail 7-0. Round Rock getting ready to kick off, and it is a pooch kick, nice and short, fair catch. At the 31, falls on the ground, and he gets on top of it. That was number 7, Dimitri Drayton. So the Lions will start out 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line, going right to left as you're listening to the broadcast. Let's see what they come out with. Hopefully they'll come out and attack and move the ball down the field. But as we've been talking about the past couple games, they need to mix it up a little bit with some of these passes, because oftentimes the defense has been king on that run. And if you can stop the quarterback and the draw play and the pitch man, then you've got it pretty much covered. So you need to open it up a little bit. So it looks like here they have 3 men in the backfield. First time we've seen that, along with quarterback Rashad Carter. And Carter takes off around the right side, up the middle to the 50, the 40. He's got the speed, 30. He's going to go in for the touchdown, 20, 10, 5, and he is in.
Touchdown, Lions.
Great offensive play right there by the Lions offense. Had a different formation in the backfield. I don't think Round Rock was expecting that. And Rashad Carter took it off along the right side and then straight up the middle all the way down the field, and no one was going to catch him.
Yeah, I had a feeling we'd see some different formations here tonight. Can't do the same for too long.
Great counter punch right there by Leander. So Eli Gaiman is in to kick for the extra point. Snap is back. It's up. And it is good. Tie game. 8:22 here in the first quarter. 7-7. We'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to recognize its sponsors: Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, the McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. Amy Maddox with Allstate. You're in good hands. Stephanie Biggs with Blue Door Realty Group. Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin. Dana Kerr Photography. Earl and Janice Live. Milo Aquatics, Pool Service and Remodels, and Big Swig Water. Thanks to all of the Leander Lion Football Booster Club sponsors. We appreciate your generosity. Go Lions!
Back here at Bible Stadium, great start for the offense. 1 play, 1 carry, 69 yards. Not bad.
Yeah, and he came into the game as the leading rusher on the team. Rashad Carter, the quarterback, he came in with over 700 yards into this game. So look for him to expand on that tonight. He's definitely the key player of this offense.
So Brown and O'Keefe are back deep for the Dragons. Gaiman, nice pooch kick out to the 26-yard line. It's caught, and he is brought down at about the 34-yard line. Tackle by number 32, Kayvon Spence, and number 34, Addison LaRue, along with number 12, Will Loof. So let's see if the Lions can hold the Dragons here on defense. Dragons once again going left to right, setting up at their 34-yard line. O'Keefe back in the backfield along with number 36, Marquise Brown. It is a swing pass out to the right side, down around the right side to the 40. They mark him out at the 44-yard line. Pickup of about, they may mark it at about the 45-yard line. See if they give him a first down here. That was number 33 for the Dragons. Garrett Miller tackled by number 7, Dimitri Drayton, and they are going to give him a first down. Tall receiver, number 33.
Yeah, he looks like he's got some D1 size there.
So Round Rock sets up 1st and 10 on their 45-yard line. O'Keefe in the backfield, and it is a handoff. No, he keeps it around the left side. Jukes one, goes around the corner, and he goes out to the outside and gets tackled at the Leander 42-yard line. That was a tackle by number 17, Ismael Sanchez, but that'll give the Dragons another first down.
Yeah, Ismael Sanchez, he's came in on defense. He's already had 3 or 4 tackles already. It looks like he may be a missing component that's been missing on this defense on that outside where some big plays have been made.
Trips receivers to the near side, the right side of the offense. Single receiver off to the left. O'Keefe gets a snap, and it is a handoff up the middle to Brown. He breaks a tackle, gets down to about the 31-yard line, and that'll be another first down for Round Rock. Tackle by number 7, Dimitri Drayton, and number 32, Caven Spence. So they move the chains down. About 7:30 left here in the first quarter. Tie game 7-7. They're now in Leander territory, setting up at their 31-yard line, about midfield. O'Keefe in the backfield, Brown behind him. Trips receivers off to the left, single receiver off to the right. Looking to the right, throwing it deep down the sideline to number 33. It's a little too far out of the end zone. Coverage by Xavier Terry, number 3. Excellent coverage. Running step for step with him.
And there's a flag on the play.
And while we find out what that flag is, talk about Sanchez playing defense. Well, we've also seen Xavier Terry, number 3, play offense as well.
Yeah.
And special teams. I mean, some of these players are going both ways, and they need it, and they're getting some of their better players out there to play both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and this Leander team, it doesn't have the biggest depth behind, you know, some of these key positions that, you know, some of these bigger 6A schools do. So they're, you know, it's really taxing on some of these guys when they got to play both ways.
So they mark it off against the Dragons. It'll bring up a 1st and 15 on the 36-yard line. O'Keefe gets a snap, swing pass out to the left. He's open, number 9, cuts to the outside, breaks a tackle. There's a flag down at the 31 and maybe a holding on the offensive receiver out there. Tackle by number 7, Dimitri Drayton, pushes him out of bounds. So let's see what the flag is here. I imagine it was on the offense. It's about where they threw it on the receiver when the when he was breaking around to the outside. Let's see what they call here.
Holding, number 13, White. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
And that is a call. They'll mark him back 10 yards from the spot, and they'll set up at the Leander 42-yard line now.
He's an old school ref. He's calling the color.
There we go. It is a 1st and 24 now. Trips receivers on the left, single receiver on the right. The ball is about on the near hash. O'Keefe gets the snap, rolls out to the right, looking downfield. And he hits number 9 for a pass for about 15 yards. That is Colin Sullivan.
Tackle made by AJ.
Yeah, and a big hit by Diego Costa on that play against the quarterback. Not really sure why the line didn't fire off, the offensive line that is.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9, ball on the 30-yard line near hash. 2 receivers on the left side, single receiver on the right, 2 backs behind. And the quarterback keep off to the left side. He's pushed outside, turns the corner, and a hard tackle coming up right there. That was an outstanding tackle by number 7. That was Dimitri Drayton, shot out of a cannon and cut his legs out from under him. Excellent open field tackle. That'll now bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Dragons.
Yeah, that was a great read by Drayton, coming across the field full speed to make that tackle. Great job.
So Keefe gets the ball, and there's a handoff up the middle, and they get him. Tackle by number 32, Caven Spence, and number 90, Connor Cracy. So it'll bring up 4th and about 4, maybe 5 yards. Ball is on the 25-yard line. Let's see what Round Rock does here. I imagine they're going to go for it. No one's running on the field. See if they try and pull them off or if they just get up and run a play. They've been getting big chunks on offense right now. So they have twin receiver on the right, single receiver on the left. Back now going in motion to the right side. O'Keefe gets the ball, rolls out to the right. Pressure coming up for Leander. He cuts back, and he gets outside to the left. Now he cuts back inside, and he is brought down past the first down stick. He did get enough for the first down, got about 1.5 yards more than what he needed, and that'll be a first down for Round Rock Dragons.
Yeah,
busted play, good defensive play, but he was able to cut back, and nobody was home on the other side to contain him out there, and he had just enough for the first down.
Yeah, Ismail Sanchez and Evan Smith came up and made that tackle on the outside.
Ball is snapped, and it is a handoff up the middle, and he breaks the tackle, number 36, Brown, and he goes in for the touchdown. 19-yard run by Brown up the middle. Hit a couple players on the way in, but he's a big, strong runner, lots of speed, and he was able to get in almost untouched.
Yeah, on that play before, really what happened there was some bad angles taken by the defense, and that kind of let him escape and get out of there. And they're gonna look at that on film and be pretty upset with themselves on that one because they sure had them up in the backfield.
So Coach Smith is out there talking to the one of the refs out there on the near hash, yelling something at him. Not sure what he potentially saw out there, but it looks like there may be a timeout called at this point. Teams are on the side getting ready for the extra point. So Smith talks to the team, and now they're heading back out for the point after attempt with Round Rock up 13-7 with 5:21 left in the first quarter. And while we have a quick break, let me go through some of the sponsors. These are the Leander Lions Football Booster Club sponsors. They are supporting our boys, so go support them. Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage, Allstate with Amy Maddox, Earl and Janice Lott, Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries and Shakes, Blue Door Realty Group with Stephanie Biggs, Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin, Dana Kerr Photography, Milo Aquatics Pool Service and Remodels, and Big Swig Water. And the point after attempt by number 58, Beck Kipperman, was no good. So, with 5:21 left in the first quarter, Dragons are up 13-7. We'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Mark Sickles, Gary Gutierrez, Rich Hensley, Mickey Holden here. We are 13-7. Round Rock is up. 5:21 left here in the first quarter. And here's a kick from Round Rock, pooch kick. It is fair caught. Oh, now it's fumbled. Got a fall on that. And Dimitri Drayton able to fall on that at the 20-yard line. So that'll give the Lions a 1st and 10, and hopefully we'll see another short and quick series by the Leander Lions. They came out last time, 69-yard touchdown on the first play, so we'll see what they do here for their second drive.
Yeah, you'd like to see them just play some clean offense right now and be mistake-free and stay in front of the chains. That's been hurting them pretty bad when they fall behind the chains, not passing as much as they do. It's hard to get 10 yards off of that.
So Rashad Carter in at quarterback. We also have Addison LaRue and McDaniel in the backfield, as well as David Cruz, all three in the backfield. And is a pitch out to McDaniel, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 14, Jordan Smart. Lost about 6 yards on that play. Good defensive play. He was able to fight off the block and make the tackle off of the pitch from the quarterback, Rashad Carter. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 16 here for the Lions on the near hash going right to left. Carter in under center. Normal double wing formation now. Looks like there may have been a little bit of motion, and there is, and the flag goes down, so they will move Leander back 5 yards. Just what you talked about. Don't get behind the chains. Well, here we go.
Yeah, they put themselves in a pretty uncomfortable position right off the bat to start this drive. Starting from the 10, you know, they muffed the kickoff by not communicating with each other, and you know they just can't have those this early in the game. You can't have them at all, but definitely not this early in the game. Get you behind pretty quick.
So 2nd and 21 here for Leander. Carter under center, double wing formation, and it is a handoff up the middle to Cruz. He makes a short spin, but he maybe picked up 1 or 2 yards on that. So it'll bring down a long 3rd and I guess they'll put it about 20 here on their 11-yard line.
Yeah, last week we got a little dose of Xavier Terry and David Cruz coming in, as well as Brandon Puckett. So look to see number 23 getting some carries back there as well.
So Carter gets under center. 2 men in the backfield, single receiver on each side, and it is a pass going back, and he is brought down. Oh, no, he breaks a tackle, but it looked like he broke a tackle. Cruz is coming out, but they're going to mark him down at the 12-yard line. Big pile up there, hard to see, but it looked like Carter was breaking out of there, but that was actually David Cruz coming out of that big pileup of players, so that'll bring up a 4th down for Leander. The ball will be on the 12-yard line. Eli Gaiman into punt. 4th and 24 here for Leander. 3:25 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, at most you wanted to get out of that drive was at least get back up to the stick so you can at least try to change some of the field position. And now Round Rock's going to be in a good situation when they get their hands on this ball.
So Gaiman gets a snap, and the punt is up. Nice high punt. Hits about the 42, now past the 50.
Good
down
bounce.
to the 45, and it rolls down. It keeps rolling, and they will pick it up at the Round Rock 42-yard line. Nice punt to get it out of their territory by Gaiman, who's had a nice season so far punting the ball.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. He's definitely came on strong for this Leander team and has helped them put themselves in some better positions that they got themselves in.
So now we have 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Round Rock now going up to the ball. They'll have trip receivers out to the lefts and 2 receivers out to the right. Ryan O'Keefe empty set in the backfield. He gets the snap, swings it out to the left, and to number 9. He breaks around, gets outside, and he is brought down there about 9 yards. That was a tackle by Xavier Terry, number 3, who came up. Looks like he got about 8 yards on that catch. That was number 9, Colin Sullivan. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Dragons at the 50-yard line. 3 men in the backfield. O'Keefe looks over to the sideline. Leander has a 3-man front. Snap is back, and it is a fake handoff play action, throwing it deep for a post to number 33. Diving attempt, but incomplete. That was an attempt to number 33, Garrett Miller, who had everybody beat on the post, but the throw was just a little bit too far and incomplete, so that'll bring up, it'll now be 3rd and 2 for the Dragons at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you like a big stop here by Leander. Maybe Round Rock would think about punting if they could stop him right here.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen number 33 wide open. So here we go. Snap back, and it is a handoff up the middle. And he breaks the tackle, gets down to the 35-yard line. Big game once again by Marquise Brown. Another first down for the Dragons. And they'll set it up at the 36-yard line, quickly getting up to the line. Trips receivers on the left. And the snap is back, and they throw it out to number 9, Sullivan. Breaks a tackle, gets down to the 26-yard line. And that was a tackle by number 3, Xavier Terry. And number 16, Ray Egglesey.
Yeah, they're going to make sure the chains get set this time. They took off before the chains had a chance to even really move on that last play.
So Round Rock has a 1st and 10 on the Leander 26-yard line. Man in motion, and it is a jet sweep. And he breaks a tackle, cuts inside, number 3, and he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The run was by number 3, Karsh Hoffman. And they will set it at the 18-yard line. So Round Rock up on the line, getting ready for the next play. Twin receivers on the left, single receiver on the right, 1-man offset to the right. And it is a handoff to Brown up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets down to about the 11-yard line. Tackle by number 16, Ray Egglesey. So that'll move the chains one more time. Round Rock has another first down set up at the, at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, looks like they're going to have to get one more play in before this first quarter's over here.
O'Keefe looking over to the sideline for the play. Twin receivers on the left, one receiver on the right, and it is a handoff up the middle, and he has stood up and knocked back and knocked to the ground. That was number 44, Evan Smith, came up and just laid him out. Great job by coming up and being explosive on that tackle, so that'll move him back a yard. It will now be 2nd and 11, about 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. It looks like they're going to try and get another playoff.
Yeah, Marquise Brown finally got a taste of his own medicine on that one.
And it is a design. Oh, it is a pass. And it is. Looks like it may be intercepted. And it is. Interception in the end zone by number 17, Ismael Sanchez. It was a designed run, and then at the last minute, it was actually a designed pass, but it looked like he was going to run up to the line, and then he threw it down into the end zone, and nobody was there but Sanchez, and he picked it up off the ground, about an inch off the ground, and for an interception. So great defensive stand by Leander. They have the ball on the 20-yard line, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander, featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations.
Back here with 3 seconds left here in the first quarter after the turnover, and it is a design run off tackle. And it is by Matthew McDaniel. He gets up to the 25-yard line, about 5 yards on that carry. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Round Rock leading Leander 13-7. Leander has some momentum right now, but we'll be right back for the start of the second quarter.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to recognize its sponsors: Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, the McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. Amy Maddox with Allstate. You're in good hands. Stephanie Biggs with Blue Door Realty Group. Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin. Dana Kerr Photography. Earl and Janice Live. Milo Aquatics. Pool Service and Remodels. And Big Swig Water. Thanks to all of the Leander Lion Football Booster Club sponsors. We appreciate your generosity. Go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, start of the second quarter. Leander is now going left to right. And we're talking off air. We'd love to see a quick strike here, but then again, we don't. We'd love to see a long drive, get the defense a little bit of rest since Round Rock's been moving the ball. But we'd love to see Leander get a nice long drive and a score here. It is a handoff off the right side, and he gets about 3 yards on the carry. That was number 11, Cruz, on the carry. So that'll set up a 3rd and about 3 for Leander. They're on the near hash, going left to right, and they're set up on the 27-yard line. Round Rock has a 3-man front and a typical double wing formation, and it is a design run out to left by Carter. Cuts it inside, and it looks like he is going to be short of the first down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up a 4th and about 3 for Leander.
Yeah, he had some type of fake diversion going on there, but he had somebody on his heels pretty quick, so he didn't see enough time to escape it. But had he had another couple seconds of notice on that, he definitely could have broken and got the first down.
And so they are going to bring the punting unit in. Eli Gaiman is coming in. Number 9, Sullivan, is back deep for the Dragons, standing about his 40-yard line. So Gaiman sets up about his 13-yard line.
Back deep to receive, Sullivan.
Snap is back. And the kick is up. Nice high kick by Gaiman. Lands about the 40. Takes a Leander bounce down to about the 33-yard line of the Dragons, and that's what they will set up with 10:29 left here in the second quarter. Dragons lead 13-7. We'll be back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout-out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in.
So we're back here. O'Keefe, swing pass out to Sullivan on the left side, the near side. He gets down to about the 42-yard line, pushed out of bounds by Terry and number 7, Dimitri Drayton.
That was Kevin Spence, I think, was on that.
So let's see where they mark it. They'll mark it at the Round Rock 42-yard line, bring up a 2nd and 2. And it is
was on that tackle as well.
Yeah, Dyron Dixon, number 58. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Dragons on the 49-yard line of Leander, going right to left. Oh, looks like there may be a flag on the play. Ball's on the ground. I don't see a flag at this point. Let's see if they give it to Leander. They jumped on the ball, and now they're talking to each other out there. The officials are, but I don't see a flag. Looked like both sides may have jumped. The ball was on the ground. Leander recovered it, and they are still talking. I don't know what they're talking about.
Nobody threw a flag, and nobody blew a whistle. If you don't do either one of those things,
you got to give it to Leander. What are they doing?
I don't know that I agree with that. If you don't throw a flag or blow a whistle, they can't go back on that.
I didn't see Round Rock recover that ball. Maybe they thought he was down on the ground and they downed it there, but it'll be a 2nd and 14 for Round Rock. O'Keefe rolling out to the right, and it is a counter play to number 36, Brown. He gets upended at the 50-yard line. That was by number 44, Evan Smith. So he gets back up to the original line of scrimmage. That was a tough play to go. I guess that's the only thing that could have happened. He must have been on the ground, and they called him dead if maybe when the Leander player touched him to grab the ball. But other than that, there was nothing on the ground, no flags, and they had to consult for a while before they made that call. So big play here for Leander.
Yeah, that's a play they'll go back and look at for sure. This coaching staff, they can't change it, but however, may have been a turning point in this game.
So now they're going to stop play on the field. Yeah, maybe a clock or something. So why don't we take a quick break and we'll be right back. Get all this situated, get all this straightened out.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander. Featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more. And it's indoors, so it will happen, rain or shine. Vendors, get your application and information packet along with a printable craft fair market flyer at leanderbaseball.com. So mark it down, Saturday, November 17th.
So here we go, 4th and 10 at the 50. Back to punt number 10 for Round Rock. Seth Ford, a high, short punt, lands at the 32, bounces out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So Leander was able to have a nice defensive stand there, and they will take over 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line.
Yeah, they've got to get this offense moving right now. You need some consistency, mistake-free football right now at the least. If you can go in and go, take some time off this clock and go in and get a score, you may go into the halftime with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, 8:22 or 8:21 left here in the second quarter.
Which we've talked about it time and time again. This defense needs to stay on the bench and get some rest. Come fourth quarter, they're not going to have any legs in them.
Double wing formation, Cruz set behind Carter. And it is a handoff up the middle to Cruz. Tough run, gets about 4 on that, maybe 5, but there's a flag down. It looks like they may have some movement on the offensive left side, and it looks like they're going to move them back 5 yards.
Already starting off in the negative category.
Not what we needed there with a good positive play on first down. Now they back them up, and it will be 1st and 15 on the 24-yard line.
This offense is designed, they get fortunate to get some huge plays off of some of the diversion that they've got going on with this offense, but it's truly designed to get, 3 or 4 yards each play, and when you get back 15, it kind of cuts into the playbook.
2 men in the backfield behind Carter. And it is a run off the right side. LaRue breaks the tackle, gets the outside, 35, 37. They'll bring him down about the, let's see where they mark it, 39-yard line. They may have him enough for a first down right at the 6, and they're going to move the chains. Good run by LaRue there for a first down.
Yeah, LaRue, he's been a man of many trades. He's actually the leading receiver on this team as well, as quite a bit of rushing yards.
It's a new formation here for Leander. 3 men in the backfield, everyone in tight, 1 receiver. And it is a run off the right side, and they get a push, and they may get a yard and a half off of that. It was a designed run off tackle. They'll give him 2 yards on that carry. We'll make it 2nd and 8 on the Leander 40.5-yard line. Yeah,
going back to Addison, his craft, if you will, has been the outside. Once he gets out there, outside the edge and the flats, he's been able to turn it up and make some pretty good gains in this offense this year, coming out of the backfield.
So Leander is back in their double wing formation, twins on the right, and they have a mix-up, so they call a timeout on offense. With 6:47 left in the second quarter, we'll be back.
And a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club.
Leander sets up 2nd and 8 on their 40-yard line, ball in the near hash. LaRue in motion, goes back to the double wing formation. Carter under center. And it is a pitch out to McDaniel. Good block by LaRue. McDaniel breaks outside, and he has enough for the first down. Gets across the 50-yard line. That'll be another first down for Leander. Good run by McDaniel and an outstanding block by LaRue.
Yeah, this is a good time to start picking up some first downs. That's already I believe their 2nd first down of the half, mid-second quarter here.
So they'll set up right at the 50-yard line, ball on the far hash as Leander's going left to right with 6:20 left here in the second quarter. Twin receivers out here on the right. Double wing formation. Carter barking out some signals. And there's a handoff up the middle to Cruz. Gets about 3 to 4 yards and then mauled by a couple Dragons there and pushed back, but they will push it up to, it looks like about a 4-yard gain. It'll be the Dragons' 46-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cruz get his pad level down a little bit. Sometimes he runs in there a little high, and that's a good way to lose the ball and good way to get hurt.
So here we go. 5:30 left here in the second quarter. Leander is driving. They're on the Round Rock 46-yard line, 2nd and 6. Ball in the far hash. Single receiver on the right, double wing formation. And it is a handoff off the right side to LaRue. Cuts inside. Good run. Enough for a first down. Gets down to the 37-yard line of the Dragons. Well, Leander's got something going here. They're moving the ball. Another first down. Keep moving the chains. A little over 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Plenty of time. If they can just keep the ball and keep driving, keep the defense off the field and get a score, be looking good going in at halftime. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Leander on the near hash, 37-yard line. Double wing formation. Cruz in the backfield. And looks like we're going to have a timeout, Leander. So we will be right back after the break.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander. Featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more. And it's indoors, so it will happen rain or shine. Vendors, get your application and information packet along with a printable craft fair market flyer at leanderbaseball.com. So mark it down, Saturday, November 17th, 2018, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, the Leander High Craft Market. You don't want to miss it. The Leander High Craft Market is a production of the Leander High School Baseball Booster Club and is not a part of Leander High School nor Leander Independent School District.
Back here at Bible Stadium, Leander 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. Play action, and he is going back, and he is brought down at the 44-yard line. Lots of defensive pressure, pushed the Leander offense back, and Carter did not have a chance to do anything with that play action pass. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 15 for Leander, not what they needed here on this drive.
Yeah, those receivers, they were tied up. This defense was playing man out there, and every one of those guys had a man on him, and he didn't have anywhere to throw the ball.
So Leander now sets up 2nd and 15 near hash, 43-yard line, double wing formation, single receiver on each side. Pitch out to McDaniel, or LaRue, and he may have gotten 1 yard on that. Now they're going to mark it back at the line of scrimmage, so now it'll be 3rd and about 15 for Leander.
Yeah, last week, they've thrown some passes, not too many of them from this offense, but, they've kind of spread the ball. I mentioned Addison LaRue coming out of the backfield. He's had some really good gains on the reception side of the ball. Also, Ismael Sanchez has been a key component, but then last week they started getting Keon Leonard involved, and look for number 88 to have some passes his way this game.
So 3rd and 15, Carter under center, double wing formation, design run, fakes him out, and he cuts up, and he gets about 5 or 6 yards on that, but that won't be enough for a first down. Get back up to about the original line of scrimmage. They'll mark it about the 37, 38-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down for Leander. So timeout on the field. Not sure who called it. Maybe Round Rock called that. Let's see if Leander goes for it here, or if they try and punt it and pin him deep.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. Their defense has been able to stop Round Rock a little bit. I think they're going to take that risk with only 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, they're actually in,
and Round Rock's only got
position.
and Round Rock's only got 1 timeout left. So
decent field position here for Leander. If they punt it, goes in the end zone, they maybe pick up 20 yards, if that.
Well, and if you get 8-9 yards out of this play right here,
yeah,
it helps.
And they're almost in field goal range, so almost a no-brainer here. Let's go for it. What do you have to lose at this point? Leander needs a spark. They need something on offense, and if they can get it done here, it'll do a lot for them the second half. So they walk up to the ball. They are on the 38-yard line. 4th and 9 for Leander. Everyone's in tight right now, double wing formation. Carter under center. And roll out to the right side looking to throw, and he throws it downfield to Sanchez, and it is knocked away by number 7, Titus Dunk. The pass was attempted for number 17, Sanchez, and that is incomplete. So now Round Rock will pick the ball up 1st and 10 on their 38-yard line.
Well, here we go, defense. Need a big stop from them with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second half. Going down 6 points into the half wouldn't be so bad, but if you let Round Rock drive down the field like they have been and score, it's going to put them in a pretty bad position.
So Round Rock sets up on the far hash. Twin receivers on the right, single receiver on the left. Brown behind O'Keefe at quarterback. O'Keefe gets it, hands ball up the middle to Brown, gets about 2 to 3 yards on that. Looks like tackle by number 44, Evan Smith, upends him. That'll bring up a 2nd and, 7 for Round Rock. Quickly up to the line, twin receivers on the left. O'Keefe gets a snap. Another handoff to Brown, off guard to the left side, gets about 2 yards, and he is driven back by number 90, Connor Cracy. Evan Smith, and a couple other Lions, including number 32, Kayvon Spence. So now 3rd and about 4 for the Dragons. 2:30 left here in the second quarter. See what they do here. Twin receivers each side. Single back behind O'Keefe at quarterback. Looks over to the sideline. Gets the snap. Fake pass, draw. Quarterback draw up the middle. Enough for the first, out to the right side, 50, 40, and he is going to go in untouched for a touchdown. Designed quarterback draw there, and he got outside the tackle, and he was gone. Had about a 57-yard touchdown run right there. Quick score. Dragons are up 19-7, pinning the extra point.
Yeah, I was just about to say, look for O'Keefe to get the ball because you haven't seen him run in a little bit. So he's obviously a big part of this running attack. Kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah, great speed by O'Keefe right there. You saw it once he got outside, he was gone. So looks like they're going to go for 2 here. O'Keefe, handoff to Brown, breaks the tackle, and he's going to be short of the touch for the extra point. Good stop by Leander. So a 2:07 left in the second quarter. Round Rock's up 19-7. We'll be right back.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, broadcast being brought to you by SHN Sports. 2:07 left before halftime. Round Rock just scored on a quick play by Ryan O'Keefe. And looks like number 10, Seth Ford, is going to be kicking off for the Dragons. Back deep, we have Terry and LaRue standing about their 10-yard line. There's an opportunity here to score before halftime. They did a good job moving the ball down the field, then they stalled. And Sanchez, and that'll give Leander the ball with 2:01 left here in the second quarter, right about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, the trick is here running this modified veer. How are you prepared to handle this 2-minute drill coming into this situation here? We mentioned they don't throw a lot of passes. They don't do it's ground attack and 3 or 4 yards here and maybe a big break. So how do they handle this 2-minute drill? We'll see right here.
Carter under center. Have 2 men in the backfield behind him. And it is a handoff off the right side. Got about 2 yards on that carry. Looked like that was Cruz on the carry. Clock is running down to about 1:45, second and about 7 here for Leander on the near hash.
This is where you like to see some short passes, get out of bounds, stop the clock, pick up your first down, stop the clock. You've got 0 timeouts left. You running the ball is not going to make it.
So Leander walking up to the line. And it is a handoff counter to number, I think that was 34, LaRue. Picked up about 1 or 2 on that carry. So it doesn't look like Leander is going to be getting up to the line to run a lot of offensive plays here. This will be 3rd and 5, about a minute left in the second quarter. Looks like they may be content trying to run the clock out here. Clock is running now down to 55 in the huddle, breaking out of the huddle, walking up to the line. Carter under center, standard double wing formation, single receiver to the right. Carter taking his time under center. And it is a handoff off the right side. Looks like he may be close to the first down. That was to LaRue, and they're going to mark it maybe about a yard short. So it will be 4th and 1 here for Leander. 25 seconds left. Clock is running.
Yeah, I think they'll just kneel the ball here and
the play clock is.
They don't even need to do that.
Won't even have to get a play off here. 4th and 1. And it looks like both teams are going to let the clock run out, and that should be it for the first half. So after one half of play, the Round Rock Dragons are up 19-7, and we'll have your halftime entertainment. It will be the middle high school band, correct?
It will be both the high school band and the 8th graders.
The high school band and the 8th graders, so we'll have that for you here, so you can watch that. And we will be back here for the second half.
All right, we'll see you then.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to recognize its sponsors: Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, the McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. Amy Maddox with Allstate, you're in good hands. Stephanie Biggs with Blue Door Realty Group, Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes, Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin, Dana Kerr Photography, Earl and Janice Lott, Milo Aquatics, Pool Service and Remodels, and Big Swig Water. Thanks to all of the Leander Lion Football Booster Club sponsors. We appreciate your generosity. Go Lions!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your entertainment tonight, the Round Rock High School is proud to present the award-winning Dragon Band and Dragonettes. Throughout their storied history, the Round Rock High School performing arts organizations have amassed countless awards and victories and have traveled the world performing for audiences everywhere. And now, celebrating another fabulous year of pride and precision, we present the Round Rock High School Dragonettes. The Dragonettes are led on the field by Major Carolina Flores, Major Bailey Alexander, Major Ani Farrell, Major Jolie Farrell, Lieutenant Colonel Lily Bird, and Colonel Ashley Safaya. Social officers are President Mallory Harwick, Vice President Carolina Avila Martinez, Social Officer Ali Hubbard, Social Officer Madison Manning, Social Officer Maya Basine, and Social Officer Zoe Pena. Congratulations to the Dragonette of the Week, Abby Poe. Congratulations to the Spirit Girl of the Week, Ella Reedy. And congratulations to the Officer's Choice of the Week, Elizabeth Sparrow. Tonight, the Dragonettes will be performing a palm routine to We Got the Beat. The Dragonettes are under the direction of Molly Joy and Gabrielle Offiero. Managers are Kayla Sportsman, Brooke Caldwalder, Mason Dyer, and Madeline Georgians. It's halftime, and that means showtime. They have represented Round Rock and Central Texas in competitions and parades across the nation. Annually recognized as one of the premier bands in the country, Dragon Band parents and fans, please welcome your band to the field. You know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Marchers of the week for the Dragon Band are Junior Varsity Woodwind, Nathan Charles, Junior Varsity Brass, Zach Dockin, Varsity Woodwind, Trinity Sims, Varsity Brass, Grahit Malik, JV Rock Drums, Julius Jackson, Varsity Rock Drums, Andrew Avery, and Color Guard, Taya Hoffman. Feature twirlers for the Dragon Band are Mackenzie Gomez and Josie Linson. Tonight, the Dragon Band Junior Varsity will present Rock the House with music by Starship and Van Halen. The Dragon Band is under the direction of David Mobley, Steve Rader, Brittany Graham, Kathy Benford, and Nicole Younger. Drum majors are Brianna Del Pozo, Govind Joshi, Anna Zaverna, Simran Shah, and Sawyer Clark. The Round Rock High School Dragonettes and Dragon Band, thank you for watching this evening's presentation, and good luck to the Leander Marching Band in competition season. Thank you.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. Let's welcome your Leander High School Bluebells, directed by Susan Schubert and Brooke Watuski. The Bluebells are gearing up for iDance performances coming up on October 24th and 25th, right here at LHS. The Bluebells would like to thank their sponsors, Move Dance and Fitness, Storage Direct, Leading Edge Personnel, Michelle Gomez of Keller Williams Realty, Cinemark, Primos Electric, Cedar Park Dance Company, and Brian Anthony's. The Bluebell officers are Captain Kaylin Winters, First Lieutenant Kaylee Gomez, Second Lieutenants Madeline Guerra, Annalie Herrera, and Sarah Shepline. Head Company Leader Mallory Weigel. Company Leaders Lindsay Bagby, Clarabella Reeve, Casey Stewart, and Sarah Wilcox. Congratulations to the Bluebell of the Week, Lainey Vaughn. The Bluebells are joined by several guests tonight. The Sapphires, LHS Dance Team Prep, the Leander Middle School Tigerettes, and the Running Brushy Silver Stars. Along with the amazing Leander Band, here are the Bluebells performing this pop favorite, Shake It Off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help the Leander High School Band welcome to the field current 8th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, please help the Leander High School Band welcome to the field current 8th grade students and future Leander band members from Running Brushy Middle School, Leander Middle School, and Stiles Middle School. Tonight, these 8th graders will join the LHS band on the field to play the classic rock hit, Land of a Thousand Dances. Once again, let's hear it for all of our 8th graders. Let's hear it one more time for the Leander High School Marching Band and all of their incoming 8th graders. The entire LHS band and staff would like to thank all of the 8th graders for coming out this evening, and a special thanks to all of the directors at Running Brushy Middle School, Leander Middle School, and Stiles Middle School. Thank you for your continued support of our program.
does your business connect with customers in our community, reach families, and show your school spirit through the Leander ISD Scoreboard Advertising Program? We offer a captivated audience directly in your neighborhood. What are you waiting for? See your business on our scoreboards today by visiting leanderisd.org/scoreboards.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Go Lions!
For every emergency, the best is here. From sprains and strains to ACL tears, St. David's Healthcare treats every emergency with the highest level of care possible.
We are back here at AC Bible Stadium for the second half of play between the Round Rock Dragons and the Leander Lions. Their next to last drive, they had a good march going down the field, but then it stalled on the other side of the 50-yard line, and then a quick strike by Round Rock to put them up another touchdown. So Leander takes the field for the second half, and it looks like we're going to have another good half of football right here. Hopefully we'll see the Leander Lions march down the field. They did a pretty good job of, after the first drive or two, of keeping their defense on the sideline, but no points came of that after that first long, I guess the first play from Leander from scrimmage when Carter took it the length of the field down for a touchdown.
Yeah, outside of that, they really haven't had much offense going in really to the midway point of the second quarter. Right now, you know, Leander's only picked up 2 or 3 first downs in that first half, and Round Rock's already had 16, so you can tell the difference of what's going on in this ball game in terms of ball possession.
And most of those first downs were 10, 11, 12 yards at a pop.
Yeah, one thing Leander consistently does is run the ball, and they've got right now 10 rushes for 114 yards against Round Rock. That's run the ball 26 times. They've already stacked up 211 yards on this defense. Speaking of time of possession, you look at the plays. Right now Leander's only ran 19 plays offensively for 114 yards. So they've converted nothing on the passing game. They've thrown the ball, I think, 1 or 2 times with nothing coming up on their end against Round Rock, who's already had 33 plays for 268 yards there in the first half. So look for Leander offense. Got to get going, got to move the ball, burn that clock down, and defense has got to find a way to get the ball back.
So number 58, Beck Kipperman, is kicking off deep, and it is back to LaRue at the 5-yard line. Takes off to the right side, now up to the middle, up to the 15-yard line, and he'll go down about the 16-yard line. Looks like he could have called a fair catch there, but he caught the ball, and they'll take it to the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for Leander. Yeah,
I'm sure that's still pretty new to these guys to call that fair catch. They're not used to seeing the rewards of the fair catch, taking it up to the 25-yard line as the new rule stands today. It's going to take some adjustment for some of these kids.
Yeah, it'll take some adjustment for us, too.
Yeah.
It's just strange seeing that, putting their hand up and then with the fair catch on the kickoff. So Leander starts off on their 18-yard line. Carter under center, double wing formation, Cruz in the backfield. And it is a handoff up the middle to Cruz. Helmet comes popping off for one of the defenders for the Dragons, number 48. That is Julian Jones, so he'll have to go out for a play. And Leander picks up maybe 2 yards on that carry. Yeah, we'll have to definitely see some ball control, but we'll need to see some first downs for Leander. They just can't come out here, go 3 and out, and give the ball back to the Dragons here if they want to stay in the game. Double wing formation, Sanchez out to the right side. Carter looking over to the sideline. He gets a snap, and it is a pull by Carter. Goes up the middle, breaks the tackle to 50, 40, 50, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Great offensive play there for Leander. He strides in, no flags on the field, and exactly what we needed, another score from Leander. Very quick strike. We'll take that, though, rather than a ball control drive anytime.
Yeah, I think in this case, definitely scoring quick, getting it out of the way, getting back in this game. Now let's lean on the defense, come out here and make a stop, and well, let's make it through the field goal first.
Yeah, so Gaiman comes out for the extra point. Carter getting ready to hold. I'm sure he's trying to catch his breath here. Great run by Carter. Looking for the snap here, trailing 19-13. Snap is back, and the kick is up. And it's good. So it's 11-11 left here in the third quarter. Leander strikes very quickly on their first offensive series of the second half, trailing 19-14, and we'll be back after the break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Go Lions!
Back here, 11-11 left here in the third quarter. Gaiman kicking off left to right from his 40-yard line. Nice high pooch kick. Lands at the 20-yard line, caught by number 14, Jordan Smart, and a missed tackle. And he breaks a tackle. Another one, he gets up to the 30-yard line. Pretty good coverage by Leander to get downfield. Is able to break a couple tackles, and they will set up 1st and 10 on their 30. So why don't we – do you have any other scores that you can
I can hit
get us up to speed on in between some of these plays. We know Round Rock comes up very quickly to the ball, so see if we can get some other scores in while we get some of these plays in as Round Rock trots out for their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, right now we've got Stony Point up on Vista Ridge 7-0. Georgetown's trailing 10-17 to Cedar Park.
So O'Keefe in at quarterback, Brown behind him, and it is a handoff off tackle to Brown, breaks outside 35-40, gets to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Will they get him? He's able to break a tackle at the 10 and goes in for a touchdown.
And just like that, that 7 points is erased that Leander just scored.
Two big offensive plays, one for each team, and the Dragons now go up 25-14, pinning the extra point. Very disheartening for Leander. Come back, quick drive, quick score, get back into the ball game, and then play like that, and you're back down another touchdown. So Dragons are going to go for two. O'Keefe gets a snap, and he rolls right to the left side, has a corner, and he is in. Kind of a busted play, took it around the corner, and with his speed, he's able to get to the outside, and that'll take the score to 27-14, 10:49 left here in the third quarter. Why don't we get some other scores while we have a break?
All right, we've got Vandergrift over McNeil High School 21-0. Hendrickson is trailing Cedar Ridge High School 14-7. Sure, that's a pretty good game to be involved in over there. Manor High School over Rouse 10-0. Lago Vista High School up 21-19 over Rockdale High School. Crockett is ahead of Reagan 24-17 right now in the second quarter. McAllen leading Lanier 41-0. Lake Travis is trailing Westlake right now in the Battle of the Lake 17-7 at 2:10 left in the second quarter.
Big game right there.
We've got Marble Falls 7 to Bremen High School 21. Anderson High School is 2 points down from Aikens High School's 12-10. Bastrop is trailing Eastview 20-7 in that district game.
So Round Rock about to kick off from their 40. Kipperman, nice high kick down the middle deep. Caught about the 5-yard line up to the 10, 15, 20. Breaks a tackle to the 22-yard line. I believe that was LaRue on the kickoff return. So Leander will set up 1st and 10 on their 23-yard line.
Well, one thing that this offense should have some confidence, they've been able to score twice on this Round Rock defense. You know, coming back into this, they've got to, again, play mistake-free football right now. They can't let themselves down here right off the bat in this drive. They've already started a couple drives behind the chains, and they've got to correct that right now. They need a good drive, good solid drive, eat some of this clock, and try to get some points back on the board.
Leander going left to right as you're listening to the broadcast. 3 men in the backfield. Carter down, takes off tackle, cuts it inside. Nice gain of about 7 on that play to the 30-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 3 for Leander. Good positive play for first down for Leander. So they'll set up on the 30-yard line close to the near hash. Leonard split out on the left and Sanchez to the right. Double wing formation. Carter with the handoff to Cruz up the middle, and he powers up to the 35-yard line, enough for a first down for Leander. Good run by Cruz there to give the Leander Lions another first down. So they set the chains. Leander back in the huddle. 9:59 left here in the third quarter. Yeah, Leander just needs to have a nice sustained drive. Let's move the chains, get some first downs, put another touchdown up. Leonard in tight on the right side for Leander. 3 men in the backfield. And it is a run out to the right side. Carter has a nice lead block by Cruz, and he's able to pick up 8, maybe 9 on that carry off the right side. They'll give him 8 yards on that carry. He's 2nd and 2, ball on the near hash.
Yeah, this is exactly what this coaching staff wants to see out of their offense right now. Steadily moving the ball down the field, burning up clock.
In this game, we've actually seen a few different formations to throw the Dragons off. I'm sure they've been looking at that double wing on film for all week, but looks like they've come out with a couple different setups in the backfield. And handoff off the right side to LaRue. Misses a tackle, and he gets drive. Good push forward. Gets down to about the 47-yard line. A flag down on the 50, and he's still going. Whistle is blown. Let's see where they mark the ball. Good power run there by LaRue and lots of blocking up front for Leander. That'll give them plenty for the first down, pinning the flag.
Yeah, LaRue, he's like a tiny soldier ant. He can move a load. He's not the biggest guy on the field, but he hits like a fullback. He runs like a fullback.
And once again, they're going to call a penalty on Leander holding, so they will move them back 10 yards. And they will spot the ball at the 39-yard line of Leander.
Yeah, you know, this Leander team has had some unfortunate calls against them when they've had some pretty big gains. You know, they've produced quite a bit of offense, but some of it has been negated by penalties, and it's a shame to watch that happen.
So 2nd and 6 for Leander on the near hash. Carter under center. Roll out to the left, turns it upfield, picks up maybe a yard, maybe 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down for Leander. Get a little chippy there as the players get up, lots of talking. So Leander will be facing a 3rd down here. Big play for Leander. Need to get a first down, keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, these two schools have they've been playing each other a long time in the history of both these schools. Some of the oldest schools in the area here, and this used to be a pretty big battle back in the day.
Ball on the far hash, 3rd and 4 for Leander. Single receiver out to the right. Handoff off the right side. He gets about half the distance to the first down. That was Cruz. It'll bring up a 4th and about 2 on the Leander 43-yard line. See if Coach goes for it here. Trailing 27-14, 7:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, what they've been doing thus far in the season when they've had this same approach, they've tried to draw the other team off sides, and I'm sure Round Rock's pretty privy to that design that they keep coming in here with.
Double wing formation, and Carter takes it himself up the middle. Enough for a first down, big hit, but he picks up about 3 or 4 on that, and that'll move the chains for a first down for Leander. They'll set up on the 47-yard line, their 47-yard line. So good play there by Carter. Took it himself, got the first down. They keep the ball in offense.
That's almost the boy that cried wolf situation there, where they every time they've been in that situation, they've tried to draw them off sides. This time they hiked the ball really quickly in the cadence and drove forward. So I think it kind of threw the defense off time a little bit.
Double wing formation, Sanchez off to the right. Carter looking right and left. LaRue in motion. Carter off to the right side. Pressure coming off by a lot of defensive players for the Dragons, and he loses about 5 on that as he gets pushed out of bounds about the 42-yard line of Leander.
Yeah, it looked like he was still wanting to pitch that ball, but at some point LaRue had to come up and be a lead blocker on that, and those options ran out for Carter, and he had to just run it out.
So that'll set him up about 2nd and 16 on their 42-yard line. Yeah, don't need any more negative plays here. See if we can get maybe half of this back on this play. Double wing formation, twin receivers on the right. Carter under center. Gets the ball, rolls out to the left, looks to pitch. Pitches to McDaniel, gets a block, cuts up field, and he gets up back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little short. They're going to mark him back at the 45.5-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd and about 12 now for Leander. So Carter comes over to get the play, trots back into the huddle, ball on the far hash. Big play here for Leander. They may just be going for it all game now. Might as well, nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, and look for a big play by Carter.
So here we go, Ismail in tight off the right side, double wing formation. LaRue in motion. Carter comes to the right side, looks upfield, gets a block, cuts outside, and he has about half of what he needed for the first down. It'll bring up 4th and about 4. They'll mark it at about the 47-yard line. see where they put the stick down. So it'll be 4th and about 4 here for Leander.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go for it on the other side of the field, now that you've crossed midfield, you're probably going to go for it again right here. And
yeah, they definitely need to keep the ball on offense. They can't give Round Rock another shot and another score. Then game will just be about over. So Leander needs to get a first down here. Double wing formation, single receiver each side. Carter under center. Clock is running down, and it looks like, see if Leander's going to call a timeout, and they do. So why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander, featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more. And it's indoors, so it will happen rain or shine. Vendors, get your application and information packet along with a printable craft fair market flyer at leanderbaseball.com. So mark it down, Saturday, November 17th, 2018, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, the Leander High Craft Market. You don't want to miss it. The Leander High Craft Market is a production of the Leander High School Baseball Booster Club and is not a part of Leander High School nor Leander Independent School District.
4th and down here for Leander. Double wing formation, Carter under center. And it looks like a designed pass. He throws it over the middle, wide open. LaRue, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Great offensive play for Leander. Got him out of the backfield, seam route, wide open, touchdown. Great play.
Yeah, LaRue, he's had great success on that route. He's almost, if not scored, every time he's ran that. Great job by LaRue, great job by Carter.
Yeah, great play call right there. They were expecting, of course, the veer triple option. Did a little play action, pulled up and threw the ball down the seam, wide open, about 15 yards behind everybody for the touchdown. So Gaiman in for the extra point. The kick is up. It's good.
And they're right back in this ball game, down 6. You know, you got to give it up to Carter. He had a lot of pressure coming in at him, and he stood there in the pocket and hit his target.
Yep. Good job by Leander. Good job by the coaching staff on that play. So 4:58 left here in the third quarter, trailing by 6. Here at SHN Sports, Mark Sickles with Gary Gutierrez, Rich Hensley, and Mickey Holden will be right back for the kickoff.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to recognize its sponsors: Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, the McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. Amy Maddox with Allstate, you're in good hands. Stephanie Biggs with Blue Door Realty Group, Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin, Dana Kerr Photography, Earl and Janice Lott, Milo Aquatics, Pool Service and Remodels, and Big Swig Water. Thanks to all of the Leander Lion Football Booster Club sponsors. We appreciate your generosity. Go Lions!
Here's a pooch kick by Gaiman. Down to number 9, Sullivan. He gets it at the 30, out to the 35. Spin move, 40, 45, 50, 40. May have stepped out of bounds down to about the 30-yard line, and he gets finally knocked out at the 27-yard line.
That was the most casual running I've ever seen with such a great gain. I don't know if that was just some lazy tackling or what exactly happened on that. Number 9 did a great job. Give credit to him to getting down there and running that ball to the 26-yard line in Leander territory. Not what this defense needed right now. They finally got their head back in the game, and now they're back on their heels.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange run. It seemed to spin a little bit, twirl a little bit here, and he's down the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. O'Keefe back in. He's rolling out to the right, design run, cuts it outside, now cuts it back in, runs into about 3 defenders, including number 58, Dyron Dixon, gets about 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and you had Connor Cracy, number 90, and Evan Smith, number 44, also in that tackle, doing a great job. They're hitting hard.
So the ball is set up on the far hash 23-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Dragons. Trips receivers on the left side, single receiver on the right. O'Keefe in the backfield with Brown behind him. And it is a run up the middle. Brown breaks a tackle, gets up close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it about a yard short at the 22-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Dragons.
Yeah, right now they're giving a heavy dose of the Brown and pound because he's steadily just gaining yards for this offense right now.
So Brown back in the backfield by himself. Design run off tackle. Gets a first down, cuts it inside to the 10, to the 5. Pushes down to about the 2.5-yard line. Wildcat offense there for Brown. Direct snap to him. Took it off right tackle and enough for the first down and more.
Yeah, Ismael Sanchez comes up with a tackle on that, number 17 for Leander Lions.
So Brown once again back in the quarterback spot. Off tackle again to the right side. In for the touchdown. Slipped the tackle there about the 1-yard line, and he goes in for a quick score for the Dragons. They are now up 33-21, pinning the extra point. 3:19 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that run back for Round Rock set up this touchdown. You know, Leander's done a great job on special teams thus far this season. You know, not allowing some big yardage out of these teams they faced. That was one of many, or one of few, I should say.
O'Keefe back in. And he goes in for the extra point, 2 points. It was a fake jet sweep, pulled and ran off tackle and untouched until about 5 yards into the end zone. So with 3:19 left in the third quarter, Dragons now lead 35-21.
Yeah, so now we're at a 2-score game here. Leander just has to come and answer back. We've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They've got time to score one before the quarter's over. You know, just continue to play mistake-free football and stay in front of the chains, and this Leander team can definitely do that. But now you're getting into the time where time is of the essence, and, you know, you can still run your Beer offense, but you've got to maybe speed up the tempo a little bit, stay out of huddle. This team is designed to run huddle-free, or has been in the past, so I know that these players are definitely accustomed to that. Maybe now, you know, into the third quarter, maybe a time to speed up that tempo a little bit and get these Round Rock Dragons on their heels.
So Round Rock comes out, get ready to kick from the 40-yard line. Back deep have Egglesey and LaRue standing at their 10-yard line. Kicker is number 58, Beck Kipperman. Left-footed kicker, for the Dragons. High, deep kick. LaRue gets it about the 9-yard line to the 15, to the 20, and he stood up there right about the 20-yard line and pushed back. So Leander will start out about 3:10 left here in the third quarter. We'll be back after the break.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander. Featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more.
So 1st and 10 here for Leander, AC Bible Stadium, 3 men in the backfield. Carter rolls out to the right and then goes back inside, maybe picks up a yard on that run. It'll set up a 2nd and long for the Lions. Yeah, it looked like he was going to pitch it out to the right side. Lots of pressure on the outside by the Dragons. He cut it upfield and picked up about a yard. So 2:43 left here, clock running down in the third quarter. Leander breaks a huddle, gets up to the line, double wing formation. Man in motion, McDaniel. Handoff Cruz off the left side. Nice run. Gets up close to the first down. Looks like he may be a little bit short. Bring up a 3rd and 1 for Leander.
You know, they just had some journey on outside. You know, when I played with Westwood against both these teams, we were putting journey on mixtapes and handing them to our girlfriends. Brought back some memories.
So 3rd and 1, double wing formation. Sanchez off to the right side. Carter under center. He takes it himself. Good push by the Leander offensive line. Has enough for the first down. Picks up about 3. So that'll move the chains and give Leander a first down. Need a lot more of those, and not a lot of time left here on the clock with 1:40 and running here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, still no urgency by this offense. At some point, you have to, give them some tempo.
Trailing 35-21, 1:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. 2 men in the backfield. Actually, 3 men in the backfield now. Carter under center. And it is a design run out to the right side. Carter breaks through, gets to about the 40, and he gets tackled there about 2 yards short of the first down. Over there talking to Coach Smith for the next play. As they set the ball down, it'll bring up a 2nd and 2 on Leander's 40-yard line.
Mickey mentioned it last week. The Leander offense has been improving in increments and slowly getting better and better each game. They've put up some good drives against this, or some good points, I guess you could say, against this Round Rock defense.
Carter takes it himself up the middle. Good push enough for the first down. That'll move the chains. They'll set the ball on the 43-yard line, it looks like, and they will have a 1st and 10 here with, once they reset the chains, about 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
You look at, a lot of teams, they look at this Leander team and they've looked at scores and losses that they've had throughout the years, but they don't realize until they get in here and play this team how hard they play and how hard they hit. It's been, Leander beating Leander really in most of these games.
Double wing formation. Carter takes ball, handoff up the middle quickly to David Cruz, maybe picked up a yard, and that'll be it for the 3rd quarter. So why don't we take a break? Lions are trailing 35-21. We'll be back for the start of the 4th quarter.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club. Go Lions!
Back here for the start of the 4th quarter at AC Bible Stadium. Mark Sickles with Gary Gutierrez, Rich Hensley, Mickey Holden. 12 minutes left here in the game. Leander's trailing 35-21. They have a 2nd and 9 on their 44-yard line going right to left. They've been moving the ball pretty consistently here starting the middle of the 2nd quarter. They've killed themselves on some drives. See if they can keep this going. Handoff up the middle to Cruz, breaks a tackle, gets about 4 on that. It'll set up a 3rd and about 5. Let's see, about 3rd and 5 here for Leander on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, just as they're building up momentum, it's been at the end of quarters, and it kind of takes a little steam out of them whenever they have to break to switch the field and do the quarter swap. Let's see if they can keep that momentum and keep this offense alive on this, looks like 3rd and 5.
Looks like we're going to have to call a timeout here. Mix up of players who were supposed to be in on that play. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hey, Leander Lions of all ages, listen up. The 14th annual Leander High Craft Market is just around the corner. That's right, Saturday, November 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, 3301 South Baghdad Road in Leander. Featuring more than 200 vendor booths offering food, crafts, homemade goodies, artisan creations, artist holiday creations, and much, much more. And it's indoors, so it will happen rain or shine. Vendors, get your application and information packet along with a printable craft fair market flyer at leanderbaseball.com. So mark it down, Saturday, November 17th, 2018, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Leander High School, the Leander High Craft Market. You don't want to miss it. The Leander High Craft Market is a production of the Leander High School Baseball Booster Club.
Big play here for Leander, 3rd and 5 on their 48-yard line. Oh, mix up in the backfield, and they're driven back. Looks like they're going to lose a lot of yards on that play. Basically, the play was blown up in the backfield, so it'll now bring up a 4th and 9 on their 44-yard line. They're going to bring the punting unit in.
Yeah, you have to wonder what they were doing there at on that timeout. They had plenty of time to discuss the play and get the ball going, and then they come out and run into each other. Somebody wasn't paying attention. Right now, if you're interested, Georgetown High School tied with Cedar Park 17-17 in the 3rd.
So Gaiman back to punt for Leander. Gets it about the 30-yard line. Nice high kick, spiral end over end. It hits at the 5, bounces at the 5, and goes out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
By Gaiman.
Unbelievable punt by Gaiman right there. Pins him deep. Outstanding kick.
That was a college kick right there.
Wow, what a kick.
Great kick.
Great kick, great spot, great bounce. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. So you have any other scores for us?
Yeah, we got Vandergriff up 34 on McNeil, or 35-0 over McNeil. Cedar Ridge is walking away with it a little bit, 21-7 there in the 3rd quarter. Rouse is still trailing Manor High School 30-0. See if we got somebody else here in the area. Lake Travis is still down 20-7 to Westlake.
So O'Keefe in the backfield with Brown next to him. And it's a handoff up the middle to Brown. Breaks a tackle, and he is brought down by number 51, Diego Costa, and number 25, Wesley Weingart. Gets about 6 on that carry. Bring up a 2nd and 4 here for the Dragons. Ball in the near hash, single receiver left, twins on the right. O'Keefe in the backfield with Brown off to his left side. Man in motion, number 3, and it is a fake jet sweep, and he has stood up in the backfield. Great tackle there by Matthew Nakama. Behind the line of scrimmage, he is assisted by Evan Smith for the tackle. No gain on the play. Great job by Costa getting in the backfield and blowing that up. So that'll bring up a 3rd and about 5 for the Dragons. O'Keefe in the backfield with Brown looking over to the sideline. Now calling up the signals. Brown directly behind him.
A lot of movement on that defense trying to trick him up.
Pull. He takes out to the left side, goes around the corner, breaks a tackle, and he's down the sideline 30, 40, 50, 40, and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. O'Keefe, long run for a touchdown, and no flags on the play.
Yeah, as a defense, that's got to take the wind out of your sails right there. You did a great job holding him back just for that breakaway to happen, and big yardage there for the offense.
Yeah, once again, we see the speed of Ryan O'Keefe, number 4 for the Dragons. Give him a little bit of room, and he's going to go the distance. Well, Leander was getting right back into the game, and now it's 41-21 Dragons pinning the extra point. And the kick by Kipperman is good. And just when you think Leander's back in the game, they're trailing by 21.
Yeah, just that fast. You know, we've seen it, and it's indicative of some high school football, but the big plays have definitely hurt this defense. You know, they've done a good job keeping up with some pretty good offenses, but you know, they've been able to take advantage of outside those ends, and nobody's been able to contain and get the guys going back in the middle, and there's been no help once they pass that second barrier there. Just very disheartening, I know, for that defense. They work really hard, and you miss one tackle, and it's nothing but green space behind you.
So let's quickly go to our Booster Club sponsors: Big Swig Water, Milo Aquatics, Pool Service and Remodels, Dana Kerr Photography, Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin, Blue Door Realty Group, Stephanie Biggs, Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes, Earl and Janice Lott, Allstate with Amy Maddox, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage, Farmers Insurance McCoy Agency, Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, and Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. So Round Rock is kicking off from their 40. The ball is up. Looks like it is a fair catch by number 88, Keon Leonard. Catches it about the 15.
Yeah, Addison LaRue's not very happy about that.
Was that a fair catch? I thought it was. Let's see if they move it up. They should be putting it at, right at the 25-yard line. One was motioning to move the ball up, and one was spotting the ball at the 16, so they will move it up to the 25 with the fair catch. 9:11 left here in the ball game. Lions are trailing by 21. Got to score quickly here.
Yeah, LaRue looked like he wanted that ball, and Leonard kind of got in the way. Looked like there was a lack of communication once again on that special teams.
So Carter under center, LaRue in motion, and a flag is down. Let's see what they call here, more than likely on the offense. We'll wait to see what they do here. And they are marking it back 5 yards. So they'll now set up on the 20-yard line, 1st and 15.
Once again, this is probably the 4th or 5th drive that we've started behind the chains already for this Leander offense. Got to find an answer for that. This coaching staff's got to do something about that.
Double wing formation for Leander. Carter goes back to throw down the right side, and it is incomplete. Pass was attempted to Ismael Sanchez. He was covered on the play. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd down and 15 for Leander on their 20-yard line.
Yeah, you got to give your receiver a chance to get the ball. If you'd threw it over on the outside shoulder, turning back the other way, would have gave him some opportunity to catch that ball.
8:57 left here in the game. Clock is stopped.
But when you don't throw the ball that much, I would guess they don't do it a lot in practice as well. So that timing is just not there.
So Sanchez heads off to the right side. Double wing formation. Carter under center. Pull. Carter goes off the right side. Outside. Cuts inside 40, 45, 50, 40. They're not going to. Well, he got an angle. See if he can get into the end zone. He's going down to the 10, the 5, and he goes in for a touchdown. Another long play, another long touchdown. Great run. Rashad Carter cuts the score to 42-27, pinning the extra point. 8:43 left in the game.
Yeah, he missed the game this season. Had he had that game this season, he might be the leading rusher in the district.
So Carter, you can see he's trying to catch his breath as he kneels down to hold for the extra point. Gaiman in for the kick. Snap is back. The kick is up. Hits off the crossbar. No good. So with 8:43 left in the ball game, Leander is trailing 42-27. We'll be back after the break.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to recognize its sponsors: Bush's Chicken, Wingstop, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Farmers Insurance, the McCoy Agency, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. Amy Maddox with Allstate. You're in good hands. Stephanie Biggs with Blue Door Realty Group. Mighty Fine Burgers, Fries, and Shakes. Randy Hoff with Lexus of Austin. Dana Kerr Photography. Earl and Janice Lott. Milo Aquatics, Pool Service and Remodels, and Big Swig Water. Thanks to all of the Leander Lion Football Booster Club sponsors. We appreciate your generosity. Go Lions!
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Mark Sickles, Gary Gutierrez, Rich Hensley, Mickey Holden. Broadcast being brought to you by SHN Sports, your team, your broadcast. Quick strike there. And it was about a 20-yard run with Carter with the defender right behind him. You weren't sure if he was going to get caught or if he was going to pull away. He was able to keep about 1.5 yards behind him to get in for the touchdown. So Gaiman in to kick here. See if they try an onside kick. 8:43 left. 42-27. And here it is. Onside kick. Bounces, hits number 9. Goes on. It's on the ground. I think Leander has it. Arturo Pisano looks like number 14 able to fall on the ball. I believe that's who it was. Let's see if we can get the correct call for who recovered that. And Leander has 1st and 10 on Round Rock 48-yard line. Great kick. It bounced up at just the right time, hit off the Round Rock receiver. Leander fell on the ball, so that gives him life here.
Yeah, just when this Round Rock team thinks they're about to walk away with the game, Leander just makes it a little bit more difficult for him. Great job by the special teams to get out there and get after that ball.
So here we go, setting up on the Round Rock 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Leander. And
look like the defense may have too many guys on the field.
Oh, Leander called a timeout. Okay, clock was running down, but looks like Round Rock was throwing some guys out there at the last minute. So right now, do you have any other scores we can talk about?
Yeah, let me see if I can get him back up here real quick.
Yeah, Leander's back in the game here. 8:41 left here in the 4th quarter. If they can score here relatively quickly, they've got a shot.
Stony Point puts another 7 on Vista Ridge, 37-0. Georgetown Cedar Park still tied at 17. We've got McNeil finally gets 7 on the board, gets rid of that goose egg. So that score, Vandergrift 35, McNeil 7. Hendrickson 7-28 leading that game. Cedar Ridge right now 28-7. Rouse is still got a goose egg, 0 to Manor 30. Rockdale High School 28 finally gets up over Lago Vista 21. Crockett is leading Reagan High School 24-7. McAllen 48 over Lanier 0. Lake Travis still down 13 points, 7-20.
Carter with the handoff to LaRue, off tackle right side. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. He'll bring up a 2nd down. And, yeah, that was number 14, Arturo Pisano, who recovered that onside kick. They're still hugging him on the sideline. Great play by him to recover that ball. So Leander has an opportunity here. I think the stick is wrong. It says 4th down. It's not 4th down. It's 2nd and about 5.
Yeah, those onside kicks are few and far between. So if you get one, you feel pretty good about it.
So Carter under center, double wing formation, single receiver each side. McDaniel in motion, and it's a handoff to Cruz up the middle. 1st down and more, down to the 32-yard line. About a 12-yard run for Cruz, and Leander's marching down the field.
Yeah, with their starting running back not in the game, Cruz has done a great job these last couple games. He's been getting better and better and showing what he can do. Great job, great run by Cruz.
Yeah, he's had a lot of opportunities, and he feels comfortable back there and doing a good job. So Leander gets up on the line, set up on Round Rock's 32-yard line, near hash, going right to left. 3 men in the backfield, and it's a handoff to LaRue, off tackle, breaks a tackle, spin move down to the 25-24. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2 for Leander. 7:20, clock rolling as they try and pull people out of the mix down there.
Yeah, LaRue, man, he's pretty fast on the outside. We've seen him run. We've seen him run on the outside. We've seen him catch the ball and run for a touchdown. And when he gets the ball up the middle, he runs like a fullback.
So Leander breaks out of the huddle. Sanchez goes out split to the right. Leonard split to the left. Double wing formation. McDaniel in motion. And a handoff to Cruz, stutter step. And he picks up maybe 1. Looks like he's going to be a little short of the 1st down. A little bit of a hesitation, but a little bit of a penetration from the Round Rock defense. So it'll bring up a 3rd and about 1 for the Lions.
Very manageable.
See if Carter takes it himself here.
It's been a good drive here by this offense.
He's been doing it quite a bit on these 3rd and 4th and short. They don't have anyone off the left guard, so I wonder if now they're bringing the linebackers up. And Carter's coming down the left side, cuts it up inside, first down, gets down to about the 18-yard line. That'll stop the clock when they move the chain. 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter. They mark the ball down at the Round Rock 18-yard line near hash.
Yeah, at some point you've got to see some urgency from this offense. You want to get ahead and get in and score and try to get this ball back so you can possibly tie this game.
Cruz and LaRue in the backfield. McDaniel offset to the right side. Carter under center, handoff off tackle. LaRue tries to bounce outside, turns it upfield, gets down to about the 14-yard line, and a flag is thrown once again near the line of scrimmage, about the 18-yard line. Let's see what they call here. Looks like it may be on the offense. And they're going to call holding on the offense. Big penalty right there when Leander's moving the ball, so they will march it back 10 yards, and they set it up at the 27-yard line. Not what you wanted to see right there with Leander moving the ball on offense consistently.
Well, let's see if they can get that 10 yards back here.
Leander sets up near hash on the 27-yard line. 3 men in the backfield. Carter under center, and he's rolling out to the left. Lots of pressure by Round Rock, and they tackle him about the 30-yard line. Loss of about 2 on that play. So now it'll be second and long here for Leander.
Yeah, you had first down and second down, good opportunities to try to throw the ball, to kind of dig yourself out of the hole right here. Maybe they're looking to try to get up and kick a field goal, but that's not going to do you any good at this point. You need to try to get in the end zone. So whatever you got to do, I think a passing play is mandatory.
Second and 22, roll out. Throw down the left side. Oh, and it is caught. Oh, and he misses it. Pass was to LaRue out of the backfield. Low pass. He went down to get it. He was unable to catch it off of the turf. Good-looking play, but incomplete pass, and that'll be third and 22 on Round Rock 29-yard line.
Yeah, if he were to be able to pick that ball up and hit LaRue in stride, that would have been a touchdown.
Missed opportunity there for Leander. Now a third and 22 here. Long third down play for Leander, but basically two-down territory. You got to go for it here.
Yeah, coach is not very happy on the sideline right now.
So double wing formation, single receivers each side. LaRue slightly in motion. Carter back to throw, and he scrambles up, gets caught about the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it right at the 29-yard line, so now it'll bring up a fourth down and 22 on the 29-yard line. Gaiman is coming out. Looks like he has the tee for the field goal. It's going to be a long field goal here. He sets it up at the 36 for the kick. So it'll be about a 46-yard field goal if he can get this one through the uprights. Hold is down. The kick is up long enough. And it's good. Great kick by Gaiman. Unbelievable kick right there. Had plenty to spare on that kick. So the score is now 42-30 with 3:54 left in the fourth quarter. I guess your options there where you can kick a field goal or go for 4th and 22. Yeah. So they kick the field goal. We'll be back for the final 3:54 in the fourth quarter after this.
The Leander Lions Football Booster Club would like to send a special shout out to its platinum sponsors. First, James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage. Contact James and get $5,000 towards closing costs. That's James Henderson with American Pacific Mortgage at hendersonlending.com. Also, Big Swig Water. Big Swig balances thirst-quenching bubbles and fresh flavor for a crushable beverage enjoyed any time of day. The can is bold, but the bubbles are refreshing, not overwhelming. It's perfect for hydrating during a weekend at Zilker Park, a weekday lunch, a night out, and everything in between. Anywhere around Austin, Big Swig sparkling water brings a bubbly zip and burst of flavor, delivering Texas-sized refreshment. Crack one open. Thank you, Platinum sponsors, for sponsoring the Leander Lions Football Booster Club.
Back here at AC Bible Stadium, Dragons leading 42-30, 3:54 left in the game. Gaiman is getting ready for what we anticipate to be another onside kick. They were successful in the last one. About to kick off, and then a flag was thrown onto the field. 12 men on the field for the kicking team.
Don't know how that happens.
So they will move the ball back 5 yards. And they will re-kick what we anticipate to be an onside kick here again. So Gaiman is setting up, ball on the 35-yard line on the far hash. And here's the kick. It's on the ground. Takes a nice bounce, and it is recovered by the Dragons. Number 14, Jordan Smart, with the recovery at the Leander 47-yard line. That'll give the Dragons a 1st and 10 in Leander territory.
You rarely see 12 men on the field on the kickoff. On the kickoff coverage, you know, you're either on the kickoff team or you're not. Not sure exactly what happened there.
So Round Rock comes running out, about to set up on the ball. Leander needs to turn over here. They need it very quickly if they want to stay in this ball game and have a shot here. O'Keefe in at quarterback. Brown behind him. Twin receivers on the left, and it is a handoff up the middle to Brown, and he's cut behind the line of scrimmage by Evan Smith, another tackle behind the line of scrimmage, so he'll lose one on that. Bring up 2nd and 11 here at the Leander 48-yard line.
Yeah, this Leander team, you've seen some improvement even from last week. You know, they've kind of starting to build some momentum, some confidence in what they're doing in this program. And, you know, you'd like to see them finish strong here.
O'Keefe with the ball. Handoff to number 14, Smart, around the left side. Leander, good pursuit. He gets maybe a yard or two on that carry. He stays in bounds, so the clock will continue to run. They'll set it at the Leander 45-yard line.
Yeah, on defense, they took some great angles right there. Everybody stayed in position and sealed that edge off, so that kind of kept him from running around the corner. Great job by the defense.
3rd and 8 here for the Dragons on the 35-yard line. Problem is the clock running at 2:50. And Round Rock is clearly not in a hurry right now. They'll try and run as much off the clock as they possibly can. Let's see, the clock's down to about 10. Looks like they're not going to run a lot off. Jet sweeper on the right side. Turns it upfield. Looks like a missed tackle there. Number 3 gets around plenty for the 1st down. That's Karch Hoffman. Gets down to about the 25-yard line. Looked like some Leander defenders ran into each other when they were coming up to make the tackle. And O'Keefe bounced outside and has enough for the Round Rock 1st down. They'll set it up at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, look like Round Rock's trying to score. They're trying to they're trying to keep the tempo up here a little bit, or they were before that play. It's like they're having a little bit of discussion here on the sideline.
So clock is now rolling about 2:10. O'Keefe and Brown in the backfield. Trips on the left side. Single receiver on the right side. Snap is back and handoff up the middle to Brown. Cuts it out to the outside to the 20, to the 10, and he is cut down there. Nice hard tackle. That was by number 2, A.J. Nelson. Cut his legs out from under him.
Yeah, that was a great hit by A.J. Nelson. Great way to get him out of bounds. He saved a touchdown there.
Yeah, great pursuit, great angle, and great tackle. So they will mark the ball at the Leander 12-yard line. 1:53 left in the ball game.
Finishing my thought earlier, this team is building up some momentum, you know, so they're starting to get some confidence. So going into this next game, look to see them improve even more.
O'Keefe with the snap, handoff to Brown up the middle, tackled immediately by number 32, Kayvon Spence. Maybe got a yard on that carry.
And you have to think, when, you know, against Vista Ridge in this game here, when you take away those penalties, you take away those mistakes, Leander's in both these games at that point.
Definitely.
And, you know, it's right off the bat against Vista Ridge last week, they started off behind the chains. They started off making some mistakes, turnovers, you know, these things that just kill your game plan. And could definitely have turned those games, that game and other games around, just fixing those mistakes.
1:10 left in the ball game, and O'Keefe design run around the left side. Hurdles a man, number 2, A.J. Nelson. It gets driven out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Nice athletic run by O'Keefe. About a minute left in the ball game here. Leander trailing 42-30. So let's look ahead to next week. Who do we have next week?
I think next week we have McNeil on a Thursday at Kelly Reeves Stadium. So that game, you will be able to see the broadcast on TV there. It might be on some local channels as well, but you'll be able to catch this definitely on shnsports.com. Tune in and watch that game against McNeil Mavericks at 7 p.m.
Well, O'Keefe takes a snap, design run up the middle, and trots in for a touchdown. Score is now 48-30. Waiting on the extra point, less than a minute left in the ball game.
Yeah, so it's the only Thursday night game Leander has this season, and that'll be again against McNeil High School at Kelly Reeves Stadium, 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Kipperman here for the extra point. It is up and good, so the score now goes 49-30, less than a minute left. So positives and negatives from tonight's game. What do you see?
I see a lot of build up in this offense. They've already put in some new formations coming in, so they're starting to add a little bit piece by piece, right?
A few wrinkles here and there.
Yeah, you got to keep adding the bricks to the foundation, and hopefully that'll turn into something. When you look at this year coming in with the new offense, you've got a lot of new coaches on the staff. You hate to say you have a new rebuilding year for Leander because that's not very fair sometimes to these seniors whenever you have that situation, but that's nature of the beast, really. That's what we got here. So these kids coming up, there's a lot of sophomores and juniors on this team. They're going to get really fluid with this offense and also new defense they're playing. So look for next year for there to be a lot of improvement in the game plan and in the strategy. I would imagine they are going to add some air attack, and I bet they'll do that before the end of the season. They're just building on it piece by piece. Negatives, man. I mean, it's the same old, same old. You gotta fix the penalties and the mistakes, mainly on offense, and it's really a deal killer for the defense. You don't really give them fair opportunity to do what they do when they've been on the field the majority of the game. Legs are tired. Leander just doesn't have the depth that some of these other teams have. It's a disadvantage to them already coming into the game, so you want to try to balance that field a little bit.
Will Loof received the kickoff, got the 35-yard line. Hard tackle and hard run, and Loof got pushed after the play. No flag on the play. I think the officials here just kind of want to get this game moving and get it over. Should have been a penalty, but nothing was called. So new quarterback for Leander. And they're running off tackle. Cruz up the middle picks up about 5 on that play. Clock is running at 45 seconds.
With this offense, they've got a lot of positives. They've got Addison LaRue. They've got Rashad Carter. They've got Ismail Sanchez. They've got quite a bit of weapons on this offense. So there's a lot of positives. This offensive line has been doing a great job, although a little bit undersized compared to most. They've been driving people off the ball and doing a lot of great things. So a lot of positives for both sides of the ball. They just got to fix those mistakes.
So this should be the last play while they do throw a flag. 2 people moving on the offense for Leander, so they'll mark that back 5. And we'll probably get one more playoff here before the end of the game. But looking ahead, we talked about next week. We have McNeil on Thursday night at Kelly Reeves. Then they finish off with Westwood at Bible Stadium here at home, senior night. And then the last game will be against Vandergrift at Monroe Stadium.
Yeah, and that'll be on the 2nd. We have off the following week. That's the bye week for Leander, so Vandergrift will be the last game.
And a handoff off the right side, and that will do it for the game tonight. Leander losing 30-28. 49. So the players walk off the field. And, looking at tonight, Leander was definitely in the ball game, but you mentioned some penalties and some drive killers took him out, and those quick hits by Round Rock. Both Brown and O'Keefe definitely have some speed and power, and they're able to get to the outside and get in for the touchdowns. So we want to thank everybody for tonight. I'm Mark Sickles, Gary Gutierrez on color, Mickey Holden on camera, Rich Hensley producing the show. We want to thank SHN Sports for the broadcast, and we wish everyone a good night and have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Good night. Bring your jackets.